Hello everyone, in this video you will see about Captain America Brave New World, which had a test screening and apparently did not please, and Henry Cavill will star in Voltron for Amazon MGM, and Deadpool and Wolverine breaks another record, dethroning John Wick, Chapter 4 in the process, and also Sam Raimi will direct Doctor Strange 3. So follow me and dare to face the unknown. And don't forget to always ask me questions. Welcome to Explore Fun Facts Universe. Let's start with the failed test screening of Captain America Brave New World. It's been 6 years since Steve Rogers handed over Captain America reins to Sam Wilson, aka the Falcon, in Avengers Endgame. Wilson, Anthony Mackie, will be the lead of Julius Onyi's Captain America Brave New World. A trailer was released in the summer. 2 different cuts of the film test screened last week, and plot details for one of the cuts have leaked online. The person who attended didn't seem to like the movie all that much. Based on the folks I've spoken to, those who attended were either given a red or green bracelet and were split up into 2 different theaters. The reactions I've heard have not been very kind to this movie, which is being described as inessential and flat. Reshoots on Brave New World happened in August. This could explain why 2 different cuts were shown. Last year, after receiving negative test scores in another screening, and Marvel themselves underwhelmed by an early cut they saw of the film, Brave New World was delayed to February 2025. Extensive reshoots were called, with 3 major action sequences having been filmed between May and August 2024 in Atlanta. Brave New World had originally wrapped filming in June 2023 and was set for a July 2024 release date, but it's now turned into this monstrous mess for Marvel. You just don't push a movie this big out of your calendar and then decide to dump it in February unless major trouble is brewing. Last December, Matthew Orton was hired by Marvel to pen additional scenes and material. Orton's work was shot during this summer's reshoots. They've also added new characters to the story. Will audiences even show up to a Captain America movie that doesn't star Chris Evans? Brave New World, which is said to have an epic $350 million budget, stars Anthony Mackie, Liv Tyler, Harrison Ford, Shira Haas, and Tim Blake Nelson, and is set to be released in theaters on February 14, 2025. Now let's go with Henry Cavill, who is set to star in Voltron for Amazon MGM. Henry Cavill, the Superman actor and star of The Witcher, has come aboard to topline in the live-action feature based on the mecha anime that Rawson Marshall Thurber is directing. The actor joins Daniel Quintoy, the newcomer who impressed the studio and director with his West End work opposite Tom Holland, in leading the roll call. Voltron is based on the Japanese sci-fi series Beast King Golion and Kiku Kantai Durager 15. World Events edited and dubbed the series as a syndicated show, naming it Voltron, Defender of the Universe, which ran in the mid-1980s. The premise centered on 5 young pilots and a battalion named the Robot Lions, which are vehicles that join together to form a mega robot known as Voltron. The plot details for the new version is unclear. Thurber wrote the script with Ellen Schonman. Producing are Todd Lieberman via Hidden Pictures, World Events Productions Bob Koppler, Thurber, Hobie Films David Hoberman. Cavill appeared in 2 action thrillers this year, Matthew Vaughn's Argyle for Apple Original Films and Guy Ritchie's The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare for Lionsgate. He also had an audience-cheering cameo in this summer's Deadpool and Wolverine. The muscular actor reunited with Ritchie for action thriller In the Grey, which will also star Jake Gyllenhaal and Isa Gonzalez, and is due to star in Chad Stahelski's long-in-the-works reboot of Highlander, which shoots next year. He's also exec producing a take on the Warhammer 40,000 franchise across all Amazon MGM Studios productions. In this news, we will talk about Deadpool and Wolverine breaks another record, dethroning John Wick, Chapter 4 in the process. Deadpool and Wolverine already holds the record for the highest-grossing R-rated movie of all time, but it's broken yet another record just 1 week after its release on digital. According to Disney, the film has delivered the highest-selling first week ever for an R-rated film on domestic digital platforms. Disney didn't release any numbers, but the previous record holder is believed to be John Wick, Chapter 4. Deadpool and Wolverine remains in the top 10 at the weekly box office, having grossed $1.33 billion worldwide. This places the film just behind Inside Out 2, which has grossed $1.69 billion. Quite a haul for Disney. Disney has also been setting up an awards push for Deadpool and Wolverine, as they are submitting the film for consideration across all the major award shows, including a potential Oscar for Hugh Jackman. Taking place 6 years after the events of the last movie, Deadpool and Wolverine finds Wade Wilson, Ryan Reynolds, toiling away in civilian life with his days as Deadpool behind him. But when his homeworld faces an existential threat, he must suit up once again and convince a reluctant Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, to help save his universe. In addition to Reynolds and Jackman, the cast also includes Matthew McFadden, Emma Corrin, Morena Baccarin, Leslie Uggams, Karen Sony, Brianna Hildebrand, Shioli Katsuna, Rob Delaney, Stefan Kapicic, and more. Our own Chris Bumbray had a lot of fun with Deadpool and Wolverine, which sounds like a real crowd pleaser. Have you ever been to a concert and wished that your favorite band would stop playing their not-as-good new stuff and play the hits? That's exactly what Marvel is doing with Deadpool and Wolverine, Bumbray wrote in his review. After a rough run of movies, with many saying their Phase 5 has been disastrous, this feels like an everything but the kitchen sink attempt by the company to win back those fans who feel alienated by the new direction the company seemed to be heading in. With this, you have a rock 'em sock 'em thrill ride that delivers fans exactly the movie they wanted to see, with nary a message to be found amidst all the charred, sliced and diced corpses our heroes leave in their wake. It's glorious fun. The film will be available to purchase on 4K Ultra HD/Blu-ray/DVD on October 22nd. Let's go with a rumor. Will Sam Raimi direct Doctor Strange 3? Sam Raimi, the director of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy, returned to the superhero world to direct the Doctor Strange sequel Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness after the first movie's director, Scott Derrickson, dropped out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe project over creative disagreements. Ever since the release of that movie, Raimi's name has come up in rumors for more superhero movies, whether it be Avengers sequels or another Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. And while those haven't panned out, here's one that might. Industry scooper Jeff Snyder reports on his website The Insider that Raimi is nearing a deal to direct Doctor Strange 3 for Marvel. Snyder wrote, "I'm told that Raimi is definitely coming back, which is no surprise as he really seemed to enjoy working with Marvel, as opposed to other filmmakers who have struggled to adapt to the studio's process." As we reported earlier today, Raimi is planning to direct a horror thriller called Send Help next, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness cast member Rachel McAdams is in talks to star in the film. According to Snyder, production on Send Help is gearing up to start in January before Raimi and McAdams return to the MCU for Doctor Strange 3. Scripted by Loki head writer Michael Waldron, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Read our review here. Check out a list of Easter eggs here has the following synopsis. In Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the MCU unlocks the multiverse and pushes its boundaries further than ever before. Journey into the unknown with Doctor Strange, who, with the help of mystical allies both old and new, traverses the mind-bending and dangerous alternate realities of the multiverse to confront a mysterious new adversary. The Doctor Strange movies star Benedict Cumberbatch as the title character, while McAdams takes on a role of Surgeon Christine Palmer, Strange's former girlfriend. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness ended with two developments that will need to be addressed in future Doctor Strange stories. One scene showed Strange gaining a third eye, and another showed Strange joining Sorceress Clea, played by Charlize Theron, on an adventure into the dark dimension to repair an incursion he was responsible for. We'll have to wait and see if these things come up in Avengers Doomsday coming in 2026, and/or Avengers Secret Wars coming in 2027, or if they'll be left for Doctor Strange 3. What do you think of the idea of Sam Raimi coming back to direct Doctor Strange 3? Share your thoughts on this one by leaving a comment below. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please share it with your family and friends, subscribe and like it. Comment on the video and what you liked and what you want for the next video. God bless you until